Okay, well, welcome everybody. I know we kind of switched up the weeks and we moved it up a week so that on Valentine's Day next Tuesday you can all go do your Valentine thing, whatever that is. Um, so we wanted to make sure that you had that evening open. But welcome to the Team Integrity Team Believe call. This is once a month when we all get to come together as a greater team under Wendy, my wonderful sister. And it's just really a special time because it's so rare for us to be together as a team. Yet it is such a powerful thing to do. And Wendy and I are really, really wanting to focus on hearing more from you on these calls. We were at 7:45 because the Healthy Living affiliate calls were taking place at 8:30 every Tuesday. And that's been going on, I believe, since September. And we were in a beta phase with HLA. And that beta phase ended at the end of January. So they're not live calls anymore. Now we're going back to 8 o'clock, and we may go a little bit after a half an hour or past a half an hour. But the recordings are still there. If you go to healthylivingaffiliates.com, you can schedule to watch a call that would then be emailed to you at a certain time. What's coming, and this month is what's coming, is a website with Healthy Living affiliates where you can on demand pull down any one of those call series. So that's going to be great because they were great calls, and it's really going to make it so much easier just to say, okay, you can go to this website, watch this call number, whatever they call it, on the product or the business or how to get started, right? So that's really going to be very flexible for all of us to use that. But one of the things we want to do is we celebrate all the promotions, and we celebrate when people bring in 5 or more orders, and we celebrate our new team members. But we want to celebrate your transformations. That's a really big piece of what we want to talk about. And so we're going to bring that into everything that we're doing on the calls, the team calls. And I have to share with you, several of us went to the Ewald team training in Dayton a couple of Saturdays ago. And Wendy just did an absolutely phenomenal job of training at that event. I mean, it was such good training on transformational habits and transformational goals. And something that she really said, I mean, I've said it back to her so many times, and I've been training the team with it and talking about it, is there's such a big difference between personal development and personal growth. And personal development is when we're learning something, we've been coached, or we attended a training, or we're reading a leadership book, and we learn it. But really, that's just knowledge until we actually put that into action. And then it becomes personal growth. It moves from that personal development to personal growth. So Wendy, thank you so much, because that really hit me in a powerful way. You know, am I taking what I'm learning and then applying it, or am I just learning it and keeping it there? Right. So we are going to open this up. There aren't too many of us on the call tonight. Just feel free to jump in, but we'd love to hear if you have a transformational win. This could look like you stepped out of your comfort zone and you did something different, really, because our goals are always outside of our comfort zone. Or you had a conversation that you were so afraid to have for a long time and you just did it, right? Or anything where a transformation took place. Maybe you were coached, attended an event where you took something you learned and you put it into action, and now it creates different results for you. So I'm going to stop talking and open it up to anybody who wants to share. Pam, I see you're flying your hand up.
I'm just really excited. I had this shift, and one of the things I've started doing is just asking my Rating Fan customers if they would host events for me, if they just invite a few friends over. And just I've asked them, hey, if you know somebody that could use Juice Plus, could you just share it with them? And I went to play golf yesterday in a tournament, and one of our golf buddies got out and said, hey, I've been sharing Juice Plus with my partner here, and he wants to hear about it. So he and I followed up with him today, and just I've got other customers who One sent a video to me this morning of his youngest son going, gummies, gummies, gummies. I mean, it's just like everybody's coming to life and going, okay, we're going to share with you. It's just exciting times.
That's so awesome, Pam. Thank you for sharing that. And I think a lot of times we're afraid to just say it, to bring it up. Thank you so much for sharing. And I know we're going to hear a little bit more from you in a bit. Rachel, I see you flying your hand up.
Yeah, so I actually, from coaching with you, so thank you, learned about a couple of different areas of where I could extend my reach and step out of my comfort zone. And I joined I know a couple of you are already in it. I joined a local chapter of BNI. And I've already made, it's been a lot of fun. I've already made a lot of fast friends, and it's been great for development for me in a lot of different areas. But I have 6 people interested. So, and I actually just made a sale today. So that's exciting.
Yay!
So yeah. So thank you, Denny, for encouraging me. And it's been a lot of fun getting to meet new people. So yeah.
Well, thank you. I mean, you took it, put it into action, and it took searching for a group and going out and not knowing anybody and showing up, and great things are coming from it. So super exciting. Rachel, thank you so much for sharing that.
Thank you.
I'll share something.
Yes, Stacy.
Okay. I just read an awesome book, and maybe you all have read it, but it's called Go for No. Have any of you read that? Okay.
Yep.
It's really, really good. It encourages you to, just get out there and go for, you might think that you're going to hear no. Well, go for that, because the more tries you have, the more, even if you hear no, you're going to eventually hear yes. And so I'd like to tell you that I put that into practice, but it's very encouraging to actually get out there and do it. So anyway, when I put it more into practice, I'll let you know, but it will make you encouraged to, it talks about how effective that is. So
yeah,
it sounds like it gives you kind of a new perspective on hearing no.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does.
That's awesome. Thanks for sharing, Stacy. Henry, I saw your hand go up.
You saw my hand go up before I put it up.
I know you went like this.
put it up twice.
Three really quick things. And Denny had encouraged the whole team, I know, with the Dr. David Phillips event, and we really, everyone has a tendency to procrastinate on invites, and I know during the final few days leading up to that event, we didn't have much attendance. We're expecting a lot of people, especially with the snowstorm coming in. And so inviting, encouraged my team to invite. Diane invited some people. Lori brought some people. We still had 51 people come out in a level 1 snow emergency. And so putting that into practice of like, hey, don't give up. Don't let circumstances dictate how your event is going to go. Second, I had gotten away from 3-way calls, and Denny's like, use me. Why weren't you using me? And instead of taking that feedback as resistance, no, I'm not going to bring some. I started implementing it, and we had an amazing call with one of my new reps yesterday. And I know, Riley, if you're listening to this recording, thank you for attending that. And then third, Wendy, your training was phenomenal, and it was so timely on Saturday, because I was having a conversation with someone who had asked me, tell me more about Juice Plus later on tonight at 5:00. And I was so ready to just blast at her and just tell her, hey, here's the website. These are all the things that are so great. And that was transactional.
Yeah.
Well, your training on transformational questions and transformational conversations, and the differences between, and really getting to her why. She ended up becoming a rep along with another person. So I got 2 reps that day because of your training. So thank you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's
Thank you.
awesome.
Thank you.
Is that recorded? I want to listen to it.
Yeah, I practiced it on Zoom. So it's on both Team Believe and Team Integrity. And then it was kind of a little bit different. When you actually do it live, it's a little different. But yeah, so most of the content is there. Yeah. Thank
in
you.
the Facebook groups, right?
Yeah. Facebook.
Yeah. Yeah, it was excellent. Thanks for sharing, Henry. Anybody else want to share?
Katie, Katrina, and Christy, Sherry, we're sharing wins that we've had. So if you guys have anything, I know you were hopping on just a little bit late. So
Hi.
Hi.
Sorry, Chantel, of course, FaceTime me right at the same time. But yeah, I've kind of been a little bit disconnected, but after the training in Dayton, it was so good. Thank you so much, Wendy. And everybody who trained there was just phenomenal. And it really did, inspire me to get back in there, get back in the swing of it. And so I've just been trying to do something every day, just to keep connected. And I'm going to be setting up a sourdough event here pretty soon, hopefully in March, and looking into a BNI group that probably won't be until April, to where I could really attend that on a regular basis. But yeah, it's been good. It's been a good week. I feel much more connected. I've been listening to videos and going to boards and sending different things, and yeah, so it's been good so far.
you have been fired up.
Yeah.
And that date, just so you know, that date works for me. So we'll plan
Oh,
on it.
yay! Okay, awesome. Thank you.
That's great. That's awesome, Katrina. Thanks so much for sharing that. I mean, we learned so much from each other. One more opportunity to share. Anybody? Lori, yeah.
So I had a crucial conversation with one of my partners that I've been coaching on a regular basis, and he has not even purchased all of the products. So I finally said, where are you at with this? I don't want to push you. I want to support you in whatever way you need. And he said, you know what? I want to build my brand. I want to do this, but I want to be on all 4 products before I start to promote it. So not yet. Be patient with me. And we're going to meet like once a month and just touch base and talk rather than once a week for an hour. So I'm trying to be more mindful of my time. And also
Awesome.
David Phillips' presentation just clicked for me. The whole epigenetics and the oxidative stress. I'm on fire with that. I can't wait to tell everyone about it. So I just went to yoga and I talked to the owner, and they really want to do an event. So it'll be really fun. He wants to
That's
go to
great.
the studio. So yeah, I think that's a win. Thanks.
Love this. I love that you guys experience some kind of an educational exposure, and bam, you're out there doing it. You're putting it into action, and that's so powerful and it's so inspiring. So thank you for sharing. You guys are amazing. And when you teach me and Wendy all the time, I mean, we always talk about how much we learned from the team. So thank you everyone who shared. And if you didn't share, we love you. We are so appreciative. We know you're doing great things. And we're just so grateful that you're here on the call, or whether you're watching this live or you're on the recording. So I am going to go ahead and share my screen. And we're going to go into a little bit of the celebrations. We'll start there. Then we're going to hear a little bit more from Pam about transformation, which I'm excited to hear. And then we're going to do a little bit of training on customer care, transformational customer care. So we're excited to share with you guys tonight. All right, there's my calendar, which nobody needs to see. All right, let me get us into slideshow. Okay, so you guys, one of the things we love so much is to celebrate you. And I'm celebrating everything that was just shared. I mean, celebration is just key to our business. It's that recognition that, yes, you took a chance. You are making a difference in a greater way. You stepped out of your comfort zone. So we celebrate you. Wendy and I love talking about celebrating. And so now we're going to go into some more specific type of celebration. And the first for Team Believe is our new partners for January. And we had 3 new partners join us. And I'm so disappointed that Diane isn't on, but hopefully she is listening to the recording. But she sponsored 2 new people in January, Pam Lang and also Mark Lybrook. And so Pam, Mark, if you listen to the recording, we'll just welcome to the team. And then Riley Martin was also sponsored by Henry Lay. And Henry just shared a little bit about her coming on board. She was at the David Phillips event. Then we had a team potluck at my house the following Monday. She came to that, and she is just so fired up. Henry, she's amazing, and I'm super. And she's 20. She brings a lot of energy to the team, and it's very exciting. So congratulations, welcomes to the new partners, and congratulations to our sponsors. And then most new customers, I got to tell you, Lori blew it out of the water in the month of January. And if you guys remember several months ago, we were celebrating that Henry and Lori had taken a grant opportunity for schools with Tower Gardens. And how many Tower Gardens did you guys sell between the two of you? Do you guys remember? You're muted, Lori.
Probably 28.
Okay, I mean, they just killed it with this grant. They worked
29.
29. Okay, 29. And they worked their tails off to make this happen. But now the POs are starting to go, they're starting to be processed and shipped. And so 12 of those new customers were Tower Gardens. And then there's a whole bunch of accessories that came with the Tower Gardens. And then she had 2 new Juice Plus orders. So Lori, congratulations. That is an absolutely phenomenal month. We're really excited about that. And then Henry Lee also had 8 orders, and these were all, I think these were all Juice Plus orders in the month of January. So super exciting. Congratulations on that. You really get out there and you're so good at networking. And then my husband, Brian Benedict, go figure, he must have some good support from somebody. He had 5 new customers. That's actually me. So congratulations to everyone on those 5+ customers. And then Wendy, I'm going to turn it to you to celebrate.
Yeah, that is
Hey,
so
Jenny, really quick.
exciting. Oh, go ahead.
We missed 2 new reps.
We did?
Yeah, just in case she's listening to the
Oh,
recording
no.
here. Congratulations, Stephanie and Dr. Tom.
Stephanie and Dr. Tom. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Henry. It's so hard to pull the report this time of month. Congratulations, Stephanie and Dr. Tom.
Congratulations, everybody. That is incredible.
Yes.
All these new team members coming on board. And wow, you guys with the Tower Gardens. I would just love to hear what's happening with that. Maybe you guys could share in one of these transformational stories, because that is phenomenal. So 5+ new orders for us. Katie Holyfield had 5. You might have had more, Katie. I'm sorry. I just know you had at least 5. And Katie did a phenomenal job with an event. She invited all her church friends, and we got on Zoom together and just kind of shared the presentation. But it was just so much fun sharing that with her, and she had great response to that. So, and I'm sure still more coming in. So congratulations, Katie. So happy for you. And I also, just with what the people that I invited to Dr. Phillips just had some really good response to those invitations. And it was a fabulous presentation. He's my favorite speaker for sure. So anyway, okay. And then something new that we are going to be adding to it's a new segment to our monthly team calls is Transformation Stories. So you've already been hearing a bit about that. Because you guys, your story matters. Your story matters. We all have a story, and we all have a health story. We all have a health journey. And, it's being written day by day as we live our lives, stories of light and hope, of making a difference, stories of struggle and overcoming. We all have just phenomenal journeys that we've been on together, and you could be brand new and you are starting in this Juice Plus journey and you have a story. And so we want to hear from you. We're going to add this to what we're doing, and I'm just so excited about that. And, we might have one, we might have a couple. It's just going to depend on the training that we have going on that day. So, we'll just be in touch. Or if you have something you want to share, let us know, and we'll make that a part of what we're doing. But so to start us off today, I asked my dear friend Pam Strickler to share with us known each other for 18 years. We were just chatting about that. It's just hard to believe, but we have just really enjoyed just a depth of friendship that is beautiful. So I've been in awe of her courage and her action, just heartfelt shift that I see in her that I know is leading to beautiful things and will be leading to even more beautiful things. So Pam, I'm turn it over to you.
Thank you. Okay, so my story really comes from embracing the personal development, transitioning into personal growth, and all the years of the wonderful training we've had that I just kept absorbing and absorbing, but not applying. And so for the first time in all the years I've been doing this, our daughter got married in November, and she wanted to have a little brunch the day after the wedding for our out of town guest, which ended up being over 100 people at our house. And so I was with all these people, they're spread out over the backyard, they're all over inside, all these different groups talking, switching groups, having a great time. And for the first time, I looked around and thought, I could see this yard and this house being filled with Juice Plus reps. I can see this. And then she came back from her honeymoon. They moved all her stuff out. And I set up a table in our little, not sunroom, but the little room off of our dining room. And I was sitting here and I looked over at the dining room. And for the first time, I could see the table filled with Juice Plus reps doing their training. And I thought, this is it. I've lacked the vision of actually seeing myself do it, but now I see it. And so through that, the transformational goals versus transactional goals, I have a product that for the entire time we've done it, I know how good the product is, but I didn't really embrace the business side and how it can change lives, change the future of so many people. So stepping into that, stepping out of the fear and just sharing it with people, just everywhere I go, not being afraid, even to the point of in a leadership group I'm in saying, hey, you have no problem sending people to this person, but you're not sending anyone to me. What am I doing wrong? And then listening to their comments and coming back and changing and stepping into my discomfort. I realized that I spent way too much time worrying about what my children might think of what I do or how I present things, because I will just tell you, when you have adult children working in the marketing space, it's a scary thing to do, to step out, because you just, well, I don't like that, or you didn't do that right, or you didn't do that wrong, or whatever. They didn't necessarily say that. These are the conversations in my head. And if they don't support me, it's not their fault. It's my fault, because I'm not sharing the story of the business and the product of Juice Plus with them. I'm just saying, hey, this is great stuff, take it. And at some point, they need to know this is a viable business. This is a great thing to do with a great community. So I have to step into that role and share with everyone I talk to. And the other thing is, like, everybody says, oh, you have so much knowledge, you have such depth. I'm like, well, why ain't anybody asking? Oh, because they don't know. I wasn't sharing. So again, I was challenged to do these Facebook, Instagram reels. I don't like seeing myself on camera. If I do a reel, I will redo it 25,000 times to try to get it perfect, because it's like, oh, I don't like that. Oh, no, I don't like that. I messed up. So I started doing these live things. I just took our presentation and I do one slide a day, and then maybe share a little bit additional stuff. Short, sweet, gives them something to think about, challenges them to look at what they're eating, and then move on. And then oh good, I'm timing it, Wendy, so I don't go over. Then I decided to invest in the business. So I went ahead and got Project Broadcast. So, because I have a lot of customers, I spend a lot of time taking care of customers. Well, this is a way, boom, get out the events, get out the invitations, take care of them, know what's coming up. I joined this women's leadership accountability group, and we are accountable to one another, and they ask some hard questions, and we are expected to come prepared and to do what we're supposed to do. I took that inspiring passion, purpose, and paycheck, And that was transformational also, because it addresses the heart. New year, new you. What's holding us back? What are we afraid of? What has somebody said? What has somebody done? What are we holding on that we need to let go of? And then stepping into that fear. And so basically the big change was I decided to be the leader that I wanted others to follow.
Yeah.
And Wendy has told me for years, you're a leader. And I'm like, I don't see it. Well, now I see it. Thanks for letting me share.
I am just so happy for you, Pam. You are, I see it now. This is what I've always seen in you, but you're showing up every day, grateful for who you are, what you have to offer, and the difference that you can make in people's lives. And it's beautiful. It is so beautiful. So thank you for sharing. And it's just,
I forgot to tell y'all too, the big thing is I've been inviting people not to just events, but to business opportunities. I invited people to the call tonight, to the regional. I've got 2 people going to our regional with me who are just customers.
yeah,
So excited. Thank you.
awesome. Thanks.
That's so awesome. Wow, that's very inspiring. You guys, isn't it so inspiring to hear someone's transformation? And I heard such a loud message about stepping through fear, moving out of your comfort zone, really questioning what you'd been saying to yourself. And you, I'm sure, have received exceptional training from Wendy, seeing this in you, and you decided to do something about it. So that's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. That was so inspiring. That could have been the whole call. That's awesome. Well, thank you, Pam. And you guys, we're going to move into a little bit more training on customer care. If you could stay with us maybe about 10 more minutes, I really think you're going to appreciate this, because it really, it comes in alignment with what we're talking about. So many of you have heard of Bob Heilig, and if you haven't, he is your virtual upline. It's a podcast. He's phenomenal. I've just recently started to get into it. I know Wendy has been involved in it. She's absolutely loves it. Anyone who listens to him, I mean, he's just so good. And he did a podcast number 338 about predictions for 2023 in our industry in network marketing, direct sales. And I just wanted to share a couple of them with you because it's so relevant to customer care. One of your most important jobs as a leader is to be that light in the darkness. There's a lot of darkness in the world today. And that's exactly what Pam just shared with us. She was a light in the darkness. And think about that. Are you going out into the world? Are you carrying worries and fear into the world? Or are you going out and you're thinking, I am just going to be a light in the world today. I'm going to shine my light on somebody. I'm going to change their life. I'm going to pour into the people that come into my path. And he brings up asking purposeful questions. Henry, you just did a great job of sharing what happens when you take the training that Wendy gave us about digging deeper with meaningful questions, right? And that's exactly what he's talking about. And here's why: because people aren't looking for a transaction. People are looking for transformation. And it's an honor and it's a privilege that we get to be a part of people's transformation, whether it's in their health, it's in hope, it's in their life, through our business. We get to be a part of people's transformations. And people are looking for, in 2023 more than ever, and all of this is based on his research, they're looking for a better experience, a very high value, Stanley, sorry, my dog's trying to dig a hole in my office, a very high value, personalized experience. So think about that. Keep that in mind, because I'm going to give you a couple questions to ask yourself in a minute. So we want to get better at communicating our mission, our vision, and the value of our company. That's what speaks to people today. They want to know that the product they're buying, that the company behind it has a mission, has a vision, and are bringing value. And this is from Harvard Business Review. This is a prediction going into 2023. Consumers prefer buying from companies that stand for something more than a profit. I can't think of a company that stands for more than a profit the way that we do. We bring so much to people's lives as far as their health, hope, being a light, community, growth, a business opportunity, just so much that we bring into the world. Are you considering that? And are you vocal about it? And there's a big difference between customer service and serving your customer. We want to help people grow beyond just taking a product from us, right? We want to help them with all the changes. So a couple questions to ask yourself, and you can take a snapshot of this and come back to it later. But if, we do Google ratings for lots of different services and products. If you did a Google rating for yourself with your customer care, what would it be? Would it be a 5-star rating? What rating would your customers give you when it comes to customer care? I've been in and out of good customer care, and there have been times where that question, ouch, I'm not sure they'd give me a great rating. So what do you want your customers to be saying about you? If they're talking to other people about Juice Plus, do you want, first of all, do they know you, right? Do they know you? Do you have a relationship with them? We want them to be saying good things about us. That's such a great referral. And what companies do you admire because of their customer service? I love Chewy. We get all our dog food. We get a lot of stuff from Chewy. One of the things I love about them is if I order something that I want to return, they don't take returns. They'll tell me, go out and donate that to a dog shelter near you. That says something about the value that they care about, and they do really good customer service. Are you simply taking orders? Or are you creating an experience for your customers? Because we want to create an experience. So next, I'm going to stop my screen. Well, no, I'm not. I'm actually going to take you to boards, and I'm going to show you some great information really quickly. Let me get out of this. And we'll go to boards. Okay. So if you're not familiar with boards, definitely talk to your sponsor, to Wendy or me, and we'll get you started. This is just one of the most absolutely phenomenal resources that we have. If you go to the Campbell Team board, which if you don't have it yet, talk to your sponsor, me or Wendy, we'll get you a link. You simply click on a link and you're going to have all this amazing information in your hands. So one of the things I want to take you to is on the home page. If you go down to customer care, there's a ton of great information in here. And here's what I love about this. These are really amazing touch points. And Pam, I heard you mention Project Broadcast. I know Henry's doing that, and Wendy and I are doing it. If you have a large customer base, that's a great thing to take a look at. And you can set up messages in advance. But even if you don't, these are great to put in your calendar, right? So day one, there's all these different days, day 1, 7, 14, 21, 30, 60, and 90 day, and then ongoing. I don't do all these, but you can decide which ones you want to do. So I'm going to share with you what I do. They always get a thank you from me. There are great images here. Thank you so much. Congratulations on making a decision to do this. Here's a cookbook that maybe you'd like to have on hand to help you in that journey. Here's just great simple images. Thank you for your Juice Plus order. I mean, this is a whole bunch of information that you can text to somebody, right? You copy and you paste it and you send it to them. So I think these are really important. Here's my favorite one. Let's see. Congrats, Health Hero. I love these images. So you can just send this to someone who places an order. Congrats on being your own health hero. Congratulations on being a family of health heroes. Congratulations on being a health hero. Congrats on being your family's health hero. So if you got somebody who is becoming active in the Family Healthy Starts program, you can pick one of these out to send to them as soon as they become a customer, right? You're thinking about them. You're letting them know how excited you are for them. Day 7, I do like this, and I do like to send this out. So there are great images in here about consistency. I personally like this one. It's just like brushing your teeth. You're tying it to another habit, right? Because what we don't want to happen is that people are not taking Juice Plus. Then they get a backlog. They're not going to have the experience that we want them to have. So you can send them any one of these images just to remind them that being consistent with it, finding a landing spot for it is a good thing. So if we go back, the next one is 14 days. It's a detox information. I personally don't send this out. You might want to. I've had experiences where I've shared detox and nobody's having any symptoms, but then I share the article with them and then all of a sudden they're thinking they're having symptoms. So there is definitely a place for it if someone's having detox symptoms to send that out to them. Or you may feel differently about that and send that out on day 14. Day 21, I do not send that out. I invite people to come into Shred 10 when we're having a Shred 10 event, right? Day 30, for sure. I love, love, love this one. This is a great thing that you can just copy up in the corner here. I'm so excited you made for making Juice Plus a daily habit. It's simply great nutrition. You may not feel different right away, but you can feel good knowing that you're doing amazing things for your body and your health over these 4 months of taking Juice Plus. Your immune system will be positively impacted at the cellular level. What a great thing to tell somebody. And this happens within 28 days. Watch this video about the immune system and Juice Plus. It's a video featuring Dr. Lamprecht, and he is talking about the immune system study, and it's 4 minutes long. Great thing to send someone to help build a belief. Day number 60 is an event. I personally send invitations to events to my customers all the time. So I don't necessarily do that on day 60, but if you adopt day 60, this might trigger you to say, okay, what events are coming up? What can I invite that person to? Day 90, super, super, super important, because you do not want product going to someone if they are not ready to receive it. And we want to be having a conversation with them about their experience. So this is the Juice Plus Experience Survey. This is great to print out, write their name on it. I'll just text somebody and say, oh my gosh, you've been on Juice Plus for 3 months. Can we do a 5-10 minute call? I have a survey I'd love to review with you. I think you're going to be really excited to understand the results you're seeing. We schedule 10 minutes. I go through this. And if they say yes to anything, at the end of the survey, I am celebrating that yes in a big, big way. If they don't see a lot of results, I'll go back to tell me what you were expecting, right? Because we want to make sure that they understand that, they're not going to look 10 years younger in 4 months, right? We want to really understand their expectations. So super important call. And we want to be telling them your Juice Plus shipment is coming up. I typically do this 2 weeks out before their shipment. It's coming up. Just wanted to make sure you're ready for it. You guys, this is when you're going to hear, well, no, I have 2 whole bottles left. Well, it sounds like you're not taking your Juice Plus. Tell me how often you're taking it. And you can help them to make it a daily habit, right? This is bringing so much value to their lives. It's helping them to have an experience with our product. And then I do love this. Thanks for being my customer. You can send them a free digital resource, which is under the Juice Plus resources, where we have all the different cookbooks. I am a big fan of when I'm meeting with a customer of bringing them some kind of a gift, whether it is energy bites. I have some Juice Plus promotional things. I met with someone who's been a customer for 3 years today. I haven't seen her in over a year because she was living in Texas and she's back. I brought her a Juice Plus cutting board. You would have thought I just gave her a diamond. I mean, she was so taken with that. And it was such a great conversation. It was such a great opportunity to just share my really deep appreciation for her. She's on my dream team, planted a few more seeds for that, right? So those things really matter to customers, and that is creating the value that we're talking about. The last thing I wanted to say is that when you are doing this customer care, and Pam, you alluded to this, you have a great opportunity to talk to them about becoming a partner, right? That is bringing value to somebody. You never know. And people's lives are changing constantly. Where they were 4 months ago may be very different than where they are today. So it's a great opportunity to invite them to the business. So that's all I have. Wendy, I'm going to turn it over to you to kind of wrap it up.
Yeah, thank you. That was definitely 5-star customer care training. Thank you. Yeah, and be sure, you guys, if you don't have somebody on the call tonight, one of your team members, be sure to invite them to listen, because we are getting paid to take care of our customers, and we want to do a good job, because that's the heart that I feel like this company draws people to anyway. I feel like this company draws compassionate people. So we want to care well for them. So thank you, Denny. That was just so good. I'm just going to wrap up with a couple updates, things we have coming up. This sourdough event, you guys, is kind of, fortunately, I had an opportunity early in December to get on a call with a group of people that were really, really wanting to understand how to do this type of an event. And then now it's just really growing and multiplying, and kind of like the culture of the old mother that's 102 years old that's in this sourdough. It's just spreading. The love is spreading. And, it really is a healthy bread to eat for your gut health. So we wouldn't go as far as to say that celiacs could eat it, but if you even have a gluten intolerance, I feel like it would be worth trying to see if you can eat this. We have one scheduled in Columbus in a week and a half. We do charge $20. There is a little bit of leftover, and what I'm doing with that leftover proceed is sending it to Pure Hope Foundation. So I'm just going to kind of be collecting that throughout the year, and then give a donation every so often to them. So, but yeah, they'll walk away with a start, like a mother of their own. They're going to make a loaf of dough to take home and make a loaf of bread. They're going to get a whisk, a tea towel, and, instructions. We're going to go over gut health and what gut health even means, and how we can really feed our gut well in order to have good health. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm also going to be doing one with my friend Michelle Taglamani here in town in Dayton. We're going to do these on a regular basis here. And we bring in Juice Plus. So we're talking about gut health, and we all know how important it is to have Juice Plus and the living enzymes. And that is number one when it comes to gut health. So we're going to bring up Juice Plus. We're going to hold up the bottles. We're going to tell people what it is. We're going to talk about the power of the omegas and what that does in the body. When we talk about the protein and how important protein is in the body, we'll talk about the sourdough protein, but we'll also talk about Perform and Complete, because it's such an easy way to get really good protein. So we bring in all the products as we're making the dough and making our loaf of bread. We're going to talk about the Tower Garden, because you can add in things to a loaf of bread. So the Tower Garden that's a great place to enter into that. So it's a lot of fun. I hope you guys, what I'm going to do is do an online Zoom event. Just let me know if you're interested in the Zoom event, because I need to send you a starter in the mail, and you're going to want to build up that start so that we can get going with it. So I think you'll love it. A new update to boards. Julie Herbst has changed things around, made it more simple, easier to find things, but be sure that you're taking a look at where things are. And you guys, I can't stress enough that it's so important that you understand boards and where things are. It's so simple. It is so simple, but I know I hear a lot of questions still about, where can I find this, and it's always in boards, but the more you kind of just dwell with it and kind of go around, check things out, the more you're going to see where things are. So I'm always directing people to boards, like you're going to find this here in boards. So, but we really want you to take advantage of this incredible app that we have. And then, of course, leading with the purpose. We're going to Phoenix, which is one of my favorite places to go. It's just a well laid out city, and it's just going to be so much fun. So leading with the purpose is the title of this talk. I keep hearing from many of the founders that it is going to be the best ever, and it always seems to be the best ever, but they're planning some really unique, fun things. They are going to have some learning labs where it's going to be like your journey with your customer care, journey as a partner. What does it look like as in a month time frame to do our business? And then the last one is Tower Garden. So there's going to be 4 different learning labs. We'll be learning more about that as leaders on Thursday. So we'll keep you in the loop, but be sure to download the app. on your phone. It looks like this. And then once you click on that, you're going to go in. This is where you buy your ticket. And right now it is $100, which is really amazing. Many of us have rooms already. I think it's Spring Hill Suites, Denny. Is that right?
Yep.
So we do have, I think our team has like 5 right now, and I know you have a number of them. So let us know if you're interested. If you don't have a room yet, we'll kind of assess, where we are with those rooms, but we'll have plenty of space for everybody to come. This is going to be our keynote speaker, John Gordon. He wrote the Energy Bus and many books. You can look him up to see, but he's spoken at the conferences before, and he's amazing. So again, we just hope you'll join us. Now is the time to say yes, or let us know if you can't make it for some reason. We're just starting to get our plans together for our luncheon, our team celebration time, not a luncheon, a dinner. But we're getting our plans together for that. So we would really like to know if you're able to be there with us. And we certainly hope so. It's always such a great time. So did you have anything else, Denny?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. All right. Well, we did it in about 45 minutes. So, all right. Thanks you guys for your patience. And we usually try to stick it with it and, that amount of time. So I'm grateful. Good to see you. Everybody wish Holly a happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Holly.
Birthday, Holly.
Thanks, guys. Sorry, I'm
Thank
sideways.
you. Yes,
Thank
you're
you.
good.
Okay.
Have a great day. Love you guys.
Thank
Love
you,
you,
Bye,
guys.
everybody.
Bye. Bye. Bye, Katie.
Happy
Hey,
birthday,
Wendy.
Holly.
Good to see you guys.
Wendy,
Yes.
there was a man named Mark who tried to get on tonight and couldn't.
Okay.
And the reason I know that is because Madonna called me during the meeting. She tried to get on and couldn't. And it was because they didn't realize it was Zoom and there was a meeting ID. Anyway, so whoever Mark is, I saw his name there on the screen.
Mark.
The person that sponsored him might want to know that he did try to get on. So
Henry, it might have been Mark Strickler on my team. I don't know. I'll check with
We-
him.
we have-
it was
we have
someone in
2 marks
Dayton.
that-
Oh, it was someone in Dayton. It was probably Mark Strickler. Okay.
okay.
I'll get in touch with him. Boy, I don't know what happened with that. Any thoughts, Henry?
Do you remember the last name at all?
Was it Strickler? Patty, does that sound familiar?
She just said Mark. They
Okay.
ended up calling each other. I don't know how that happened, but
Oh, interesting.
All the
Okay.
other-
I have no idea.
I have a Mark. I have 2 Marks that just recently, a Mark Liebrook.
I don't know who that is.
He's in Westerville, and a Mark Salyer. He's in Bellbrook.
Interesting.
oh, well, that's kind of Dayton.
That is.
I don't know. She just said his name was Mark.
Okay.
So
That's
maybe
fine.
he'll be able to get on next time if we can figure out who he is.
Yeah, that is so interesting. I don't recognize either of those names though. So sometimes we just got to be careful because some people can come in and maybe they don't have the passcode because they're not a part of our group. I mean, that is happening with some people. So we just need to
Well,
be.
yours doesn't require a passcode, right?
It doesn't. But they couldn't get in.
Well, I guess they tried a phone number instead of a Zoom line. Is what
Oh,
they
they
did.
called.
I may not be using the correct terminology, but
They probably just called instead of jumping on Zoom.
Okay. Oh, well, we're good.
okay.
All
Good
right.
night.
Guys, good night.
Great training, Pam.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you, sir.
It was
Good.
so good,
Good.
Pam. Oh my
Thank
goodness.
you. Turn
Yes.
off
Hey,
the
I love your background too.
Oh,
Thank
we have
you.
a recording on. Yes.
That
Hold on.
is